After studying this lesson, you are expected to 1. Identify the elements of an informational or factual text heard. 2. Recognize the importance of knowing the elements of an informational text. 3. Apply the purpose of understanding the elements of informational or factual text heard and use it in your real-life situation.
You need more time to answer the activities? Just pause the video, then finish the activities before you continue. Pretest activity.
Call a member in the family, and ask him or her to read aloud the article and questions below, while you listen, then answer the questions that follow. Fact: 5G mobile networks do not spread COVID-19. Virus cannot travel on the radio waves or mobile networks. COVID-19 is spreading in many countries that do not have 5G mobile networks. COVID-19 is spread through respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or speaks. People can also be infected by touching a contaminated surface and then their eyes, mouth, or nose. One. Can you catch COVID-19 from your mobile phone signal? A. Yes. B. No. C. Sometimes. 2. What could be the purpose of WHO of posting this fact? A. To threat people on the danger of acquiring the virus. B. To inform people on how the virus is spread. C. To tell people not to use mobile phones frequently. 3. How does the virus spread? A. It is spread through respiratory droplets. B. It is spread through 5G mobile networks. C. It can travel through the mobile phone signal. 4. How can people be infected by the disease? A. By calling over the phones then sneeze. B. By covering the eyes, mouth, or nose. C. By touching the contaminated surface, then the eyes, mouth, or nose. 5. Which of the following details is a fact? A. Virus can travel on the radio waves. B. COVID-19 is spread through 4G mobile phones. C. COVID-19 is spread through respiratory droplets.
Now, let's review our past lesson by answering our looking back activity.
Direction: write fiction or non-fiction on the space provided. 1. Learn how to make garlic chips. 2. A letter to Bernardo Carpio. 3. Pegaso weather report. 4. An entertaining alien adventure. 5. Instruction to assemble set of toys.
Time to check.
We are now in English 3. Quarter 3. Week 4.1. Our topic for today is to identify the elements of an informational or factual text heard. What is an informational text? Informational text is a text that provides facts, ideas, and principles that are related to the physical, biological, or social world, classified as non-fiction text. Informational text uses features of text in order to achieve the purpose. It is a non-fiction or factual text structure. Non-fiction is a type of writing that is based on fact or true events. Examples: brochure, cookbook, manual. The main point of the topic is properly described at the beginning of the introduction. Supporting details are established to further express the main idea. Supporting text like captions, pictures, charts, sketches, subheadings, and tables are infused to further inform. Here are some of different informational text. Brochure. A brochure is an informative paper document, often also used for advertising, that can be folded into a template, pamphlet, or leaflet. Cookbook. It is a book containing recipes and other information about the preparation and cooking of food. Manual. It is a book of instructions, especially for operating a machine or learning a subject. It is also known as handbook. Newspaper. It is a printed publication containing news, feature articles, advertisements, and correspondence. Diary. It is a book in which one keeps a daily record of events and experiences. Poster. It is a large printed notice or picture that you put on a wall for decoration or to announce or advertise something. Biography. It is a usually written history of a person's life. For example, the life of Dr. Jose Rizal. Encyclopedia. It is a book or set of books giving information on many subjects or on many aspects of one subject and typically arranged alphabetically. How do you read or listen to an informational text? The reader or listener must recall details, sequence of events, and shares ideas on texts listened to. Identify story perspectives and text elements.
Module activity time.
Activity 1A. Directions. Listen to a news from your TV or radio. Then identify the elements of the news you heard or watched by completing the following graphic organizer. Where did I get the news? What did the news say? How can it affect my family? Activity B. Identify the important facts about Aguinaldo Shrine. Write them on the space provided below. 6 things you need to know about the Aguinaldo Shrine. It was first and foremost an ancestral home. Built in 1845, this is where Aguinaldo was born. It used to be a simple structure made of nipa and wood before it was renovated and extended several times, especially in the 1920s. The home reflects a luxurious lifestyle and patriotic spirit. Its most famous feature is the balcony. It is a house of many secrets. Some chairs and cabinets have secret compartments, which must have been used to hide documents and even weapons. A hat rack leads to a secret passageway when turned around. Its main hall served as the presidential office. The house is now part of the Freedom Park. Complete the graphic organizer. Base from the informational text. What are the facts about Aguinaldo Shrine?
Activity 2A. What are the important elements from Jose Rizal's biography? The life of Jose Rizal from 1861 to 1892. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Reyalonda was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Philippines. While living in Europe, Rizal wrote about discrimination that accompanied Spain's colonial rule of his country. In March 1887, his daring book, Noli Me Tangere, a satirical novel exposing the arrogance and despotism of the Spanish clergy, was published in Berlin. In 1890, he reprinted in Paris Morga's Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, with his annotations to prove that the Filipinos have a civilization worthy to be proud of, even long before the Spaniards set foot on Philippine soil on September 18, 1891. El Filibusterismo, his second novel and a sequel to the Noli, and more revolutionary and tragic than the latter, was printed in Ghent because of his peerless exposures of the injustices committed by the civil and clerical. Match the important elements of column A and column B. Write the letter of the correct answer on the blank. Your timer starts now. Time to check. Now let's check your understanding.
Directions. Listen to the story carefully, then fill out the diagram with the needed information based on the story. The Lion and the Mouse, by Aesop. A lion lay asleep in a forest. A little mouse ran across the lion's nose. The lion woke up from his nap. He was angry with the mouse. "Leave me," said the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and someday, I will surely help you." The lion smiled to think that a small mouse could ever help him. but he was kind and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, the lion was caught in a net. He roared, asking someone to set him free. The mouse heard the lion's voice and quickly found the lion. She gnawed the net until it broke. The lion was free. "Now you see that even a small mouse can help a big lion," said the mouse. Now, fill out the diagram with the needed information based on the story. Title. Author. 1. Things I learned. 2. Questions I need to know. 3. Facts to be shared. Your timer starts now.
Time to check.
This part will be checked by the teacher. You may now continue to the next activity. Remember, informational text is a type of factual writing that gives information or facts about real people, things, or events. Remember, informational text inform the reader about a particular subject. The author does not add imaginary details but rather focus on facts. Here are the examples of informational texts: textbook, biography, journal, news articles, records of history, instructions, menu, reports.
You are now ready to finish your module.
Post-test. Direction. Encircle the letter of the correct answer. 1. Type of text would you need to use to tell someone how to dress a chicken? A. Persuasive. B. Instructive. C. Informative. D. Descriptive. 2. A dessert recipe is an example of which type of text? A. Descriptive. B. Instructive. C. Informative. D. Persuasive. 3. Which of the following is not an example of informative text? A. A church newsletter. B. A recipe book. C. A doctor's surgery leaflet about services provided. D. An obituary in a local newspaper. 4. Which of the following are not normally used in descriptive texts? A. Adjectives. B. Adverbs. C. Step-by-step action to be taken by the reader. D. Comparisons to enable the reader to picture something. 5. Which of the following is not a piece of text? A. An email. B. A newspaper article. C. A portrait. D. An advertisement. Reflective activity. Directions. Read the text 3 times. Color a star after each time you read. The 2 seasons. The Philippines is a tropical country with only 2 seasons, a dry season and a rainy season. The dry season refers to this period by meteorologists, locally known as summer, usually starts from March to May, which is considered as the hottest months. During this season, you can go to the beach with your family and friends. While rainy season, or sometimes called the wet season, starts from June to November. Usually, people tend to stay at home because of the weather. Now, answer the following questions. A. How many seasons are there in the Philippines? B. What months are the wet season? C. What happens during dry season?
Congratulations! Good job! That is all for today, kids.